Hello, favorite humans in the whole wide world. All right, welcome to Tuesday. We're going to briefly talk about graphing on a coordinate plane. I know when I talked to you on Monday in Zoom and we kind of polled everybody, you said it was something you had seen and something you had done in sixth grade. So I'm going with that, which is good because you should have, and I'm sure you did. So just a couple quick reminders as we go through graphing with coordinate planes. The two assignments that you need to share or will be sharing on Wednesday when we meet in Zoom. I will share mine also, but I get to go last. Ooh. Make sure when you add some color to these, have fun. I don't need them to be just, oh, this is what I expect something to look like, and that's what it looks like in the real world. Have fun, use your imagination. When you add the color to this, be creative. Add other shapes if you want. Just make sure I can still see your original drawing. After you get it done in pencil, if you want, you can always go back and outline it in marker and then color it. So that way you can see, it's easy to see your original lines. So your first assignment is a graphing picture called river riding, right? Yep, river riding. And this one keeps you in quadrant 1. So all of your points in quadrant 1, remember, are positive quadrants. That's when you have the numbers in parentheses, and it takes you only into positive spots on your coordinate plane. Okay? So you'll definitely want this. Now, you don't have to print. If you don't want, you can open this on your computer, and it will open up in Adobe because it is saved as a PDF. If you have Adobe Reader or Adobe Editor, then you can simply go in with your marker or your pencil and plot your points, and then go ahead and connect your points. Remember, when you put one point, and then you go and you put the second point, immediately draw yourself a straight line connecting those points. I have to use a straight edge or a ruler. A lot of times I just grab something nearby that's straight to draw myself a straight line. So this will be my straight edge that I use because it's here on my desk. You can use the edge of a book. You can use the edge of a cereal box. As long as your cereal box isn't smushed, you just need something to get a straight, pretty line. Okay? It also comes with graphing paper. It's already got the lines on it, maybe a little hard to see on the screen here. And it also has your numbers. So your graphing paper is just in, I'm sorry, it's a little close. There you go. Your graphing paper will just be quadrant 1. So if you notice, all my numbers here are only positives, no negatives. Okay? So the way I work them, I'm not sure how you were taught. If you were taught a different way, use it. It works for you, makes me happy. Okay? The way I was taught is you start at the very beginning. So I am going to see my first dot goes at 0, 1. Now remember, your first number is x, and x always goes side to side. Y goes up and down. Why it does? Nobody knows. Yes, I know. So I'm going to put my first dot at 0 and 1. So I get my trusty graph paper out, and I'm going to be bold and daring and go with a marker. So we said we go over first, so I go over 0 and up to the 1, and I put a dot. I'll put a prettier dot. Okay. So I have my first dot over 0, up 1. I go back to my graphing paper because, I get lost. You know how much run with this. And I say, okay, first dot was at 0, 1. So I can either X or I can check my box. Then I look at my next one. I'm going straight down. And I see the next one is on the X line or X axis. I go over 2 and up to positive 3. All right, go back to my graph paper. Oh, I'm getting that a little too close to you, aren't I? Sorry. And I start at 0, 0. And we said we go over to 2, always the X first, and then up to 3. And I'm going to put it up. So now I'm looking at 2 pretty little dots. Woohoo! And before I go to dot 3 and get lost, I go get my trusty wusty straight edge. And I know, I don't know why I don't have a ruler in my office, but I look. And I am going to connect a little ripply. I'm going to connect my dots. Okay? And then you just move to the next one, which would be 4, 3. So X line, I go over 4, and then up 3. Put a dot, and nicely connect those lines. Ta-da! You continue on with your sailboat. If you want, let me give you the next ones. Let's see, 3 and 2. So I would draw myself, connect my dots. 4 and 1, and connect my dots. So I end up with this weird looking thing right here. And now when I get my directions, I have graphed the first 5 coordinates on my pretty picture. Okay, we're going to get this nice and confusing. All right. So those match my dots. Then I have a big giant stop sign. And all that means is here you're going to stop connecting your dots. Okay. So I'm done with this section, and now I move on and act like it doesn't exist. And I go play with this section, and I go graph all of these coordinates on my graph paper until I get all the way to the end where it says, now color your picture. Be creative, have fun, do something fun. I will be working on this evening. Picture number 2 is called A and I. They are both uploaded into this week's lessons. They are assignments. So remember, after you finish them, and I see them tomorrow, or after you finish them this evening, go ahead and turn it in. After I see it tomorrow, I'll give you your grade. This one looks intimidating, but really you're just sitting and doing a bunch of dots and connecting them. So again, stop sign. I would stop connecting my dots, start all over here with part 2. Now you'll notice, oops, sorry. This time, ooh, I have some positives and some negative numbers. This will be fun. So remember, my first one is always my side to side. So I can even make myself a note up here in the top, right on top of the word note, that when I'm graphing, the first one I can only go sideways. The second one I can only go up and down. The graph paper on this one's going to look a little weird. I added in some lines for you already that weren't on the plots so that you have something to kind of form your brain around. I'm sure once you get about 6 or 7 sections done, you're going to see the pattern. But keep going with the dots because there might be something quirky tucked in there for you. But your graph paper is going to look like this. Those lines are supposed to be there, so don't panic when they show up on your printer. Okay? Remember, my X line goes side to side. You're doing this in pencil, right? And my Y goes up and down. So my first point said, all right, Miss Reynolds, starting at 0, 0, you go over to positive 1. All right, here I am. And this time I have a negative 20. So I go down to negative 20 and put a dot. Put a better dot. I don't make big giant dots usually when I'm doing this in pencil, but I want you to be able to see. So there is my first dot down here at the bottom. And it was at coordinates positive 1, sideways to positive 1, and just like a sinking boat down to negative 20. Then go back and check it off. My next one, I'm still going straight down on my list. My next one says, all right, Smarty Pants, you're going to put a dot at 1, negative 19. Okay? So sorry, I know you can't see when it's on my desk. So I start at 0, 0. I'm going to go over to positive 1. and down, whoa, to -19. Uh-oh, see, my math teacher would have just counted off for that because I'm not doing it with pencil, and I made a mark. Oh, and I connect my dots. All right, check it off, and move on. So if you need to make yourself a note, and I like to make myself a note, quadrant 1, which is your top right, will have all your coordinates. So quadrant 1, and all of these coordinates are a positive x and a positive y. Quadrant 2 goes counterclockwise, and these are going to have a negative x and a positive y. So on these, I'm going to go backwards, whoa, to the negatives, and then up into the positives. All right? And then down here on the bottom, and I should have put this on there for you, but I'm sorry. I completely forgot. So my bottom left will be negative x's and negative y's. Ooh, there you go. And so that means quadrant 4 is going to be, you're right, the only thing left will be a positive x and a negative y. Okay? I like to label mine just in case my brain gets tired or I decide at 3 in the morning I want to get up and do these. Miss Reynolds loves doing these. OMG, I have books full of these somewhere back behind this magic wall that's hiding my stack of school stuff from you and my other job that I do back there. So nothing exciting. I just resale stuff. So. But huge stack of boxes back here with all my math stuff in it. So these are always my most, let's see, what did my nephew say? Funnest. There we go. These are the ones I enjoy doing. Just like I enjoy 1-step and 2-step equations with variables. I know, crazy. I love sitting and doing these. This is kind of like painting or relaxing or just sitting and listening to music. I just give my brain a time to take some time off, just draw some pictures, and then I get hyper-focused on the coloring if I like it or don't. So, those are your 2 assignments. Hope that wasn't too fast. Remember, go in, take your quiz. Whenever you have time, we can come back and you can take it Wednesday after we talk. But I do expect these 2 pictures to be done when I see you in Zoom on Wednesday. All right? Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And I will see you face-to-face Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We only have 2 days left together after this Zoom. Bye, guys.